This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're coming to you from the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium 2017 here in Vancouver. I have with me Christian Milau of TREK Mining. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is TREK on the TSX Venture. Christian, welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks for having me here, Shelley. I really appreciate it.
It's good to have you. Let's get started. Tell our audience a brief overview of the company. We'll go from there.
Yeah, sure. TREK Mining was a company that came together on March 31st of this year. So it's a fairly new company. It was a merger of JDL Gold and Luna Gold. We have a flagship project in northeastern Brazil. It's a past-producing mine that produced for 4 years, and we plan to put it back into construction in the next few weeks here, actually, and ultimately be pouring gold there at the end of 2018. It'll be about a 140,000 ounce producer.
So let's get this straight. This is not exploration. This is development into production. Am I correct?
You're partially correct. We are development into production, and that's our focus at the moment. But we really think the exciting part is the exploration story. We have about a 6.5-year mine life. Beyond that, we have 2,500 square kilometers of land to explore. And we really believe with minimal amount of exploration dollars, we can potentially double the mine life.
So what did this merger this year do for the company?
Yeah, the merger really brought together, I would say, a really strong shareholder base. Groups like Lucas Lundin, Ross Beatty, David Lowell, some of the best names in our industry were coming from the JDL side. Pacific Road Private Equity and Sandstorm from our side came in. And on top of that, we raised about $100 million Canadian on that deal. So we have a very strong balance sheet, and we're in a good position to take the company forward.
So now let's get back to the resource package, if you would.
Yeah, and in terms of bringing the assets together, it had the flagship project, which I mentioned, Aurizona in northeastern Brazil, which is a past-producing mine. It also brought in some other assets. We brought in a few copper exploration properties, one called Aurizona in Ecuador, which seems to be opening up to business recently. And we're really excited about that. It's a David Lowell discovery from about 10 years ago. We need to get access back to the property, but it's a small copper porphyry at the moment. It's only 2 billion pounds of copper, and we hope to explore that and expand that. We've also got a processing plant in Peru, which produces gold already, and it actually buys from the small-scale miners. And then we have a couple of other earlier stage projects, one in BC here and one near Chuquicamata in Chile.
Now, what's your background?
I'm actually financial by background. I'm a chartered accountant. I'd worked at New Gold, Endeavour Mining, also True Gold, to basically build up companies in the mining sector and primarily gold over the years.
So let's get a little flair and flavor of the geos involved.
Yeah, so our head of exploration is Scott Heffernan. His involvement really, and how I got to know him, is through True Gold. That's a project that really has a long mine life, is really interesting geologically, and has a lot of similarities to what we're doing in northern Brazil. So Scott has come across and he's grabbed this bull by the horns, really, and he's already got a nice exploration budget this year. You know, and his goal really is to double our mine life in the near term. Interestingly, in Brazil, we have a very experienced geo as well, who's Scott's right hand. He's ex-Anglo Gold. He knows our property. He's worked in West Africa, and he's invested his own money in the project as well. So
you're now going to engage in a drill project, right? You're going to start drilling on across the board. Have you decided where the drilling is going to take place?
Yeah, we've actually already had authorized a $7 million program for this year alone. So we're going to be drilling. We've got a long 3-kilometer pit, and we plan to drill right along strike there. And at the moment, we've had 3 press releases out in the last 2 months. What it seems to be indicating is the grades and the deposit extends straight along strike. It's a nice steeply dipping, structurally controlled deposit, which looks like it just continues along for at least another 300 to 500 meters in the immediate term. And then there's a 4-kilometer property that's extending further along strike, which we plan to drill later half of this year.
I also like to talk about the atmosphere in Brazil and how, you know, they react to mining companies.
Yeah, the atmosphere in Brazil, if nothing else, it's been really exciting in the last year. There's been a lot of political turmoil, obviously, in Brazil, but you have to give them credit. It's a real mining culture and industry down there. There's huge, vast mining companies, and mining just continues on despite all the noise. And interestingly, I think now with the Olympics done, with the FIFA World Cup done, there's a lot of contractors, employees looking for work, and a lot of groups looking for inward investment. So we found it actually quite attractive environment if you can ignore the noise in the news.
Now, let's talk about your reaction and how you work with the price of gold, let's say currently. We have no expectations in the future if it's going up or down because who knows. So how do you work with the current price?
Yeah, I think you have to have projects that are robust in the current price environment. Our project is just over $700 an ounce, all-in sustaining cost, so it's robust even at $1,250 gold price. Our only defense against a low gold price is basically controlling your costs, so that's been our focus and managing to have a project that's robust even in a lower gold price environment. We really think it's financeable as well in this type of environment.
So I just want to conclude with, let's go through the discussion on the size of the entire land package in Brazil.
Yeah, so the entire land package of Brazil is 2,500 square kilometers. I mean, it's a vast amount of ground. We will be exploring 450 to 500 square kilometers ourselves. We don't have the resources to go much beyond that, so we've actually entered into a joint venture with AngloGold Ashanti for the other 2,000 square kilometers. Well, they'll earn in over 4 years by spending $14 million, and they can earn a 70% stake and will own 30% stake in an Anglo-sized project, probably the best operators in Brazil.
Let's get your website out there for more information if you would.
Yeah, our website is TREK.mining.com, so please come take a look. We're a newly branded company, and it's a pretty exciting time for us.
And that's TREK, right?
TREK.
Good. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Milau, TREK Mining, publicly traded company. The symbol is TREK on the TSX Venture. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium 2017 right here in Vancouver. Christian, thanks for coming on to SNNLive.
Thank you very much, Shelley. I really appreciate it.
Good to have you.